Bring the adventures of Thomas and his friends home with the Thomas Wooden Railway.
Time to go to the roundhouse.
The Thomas Wooden Railway brings your child's favorite Thomas stories magically to life and provides your little engineer with a rich world to discover and explore. Building with the Thomas Wooden Railway helps children develop physical, social, and cognitive skills, as well as a sense of pride and accomplishment. Plus, your child will learn important lessons about the value of friendship, fair play, and teamwork. Best of all, the Thomas and Friends Wooden Railway carries an unconditional lifetime guarantee, so Thomas will be your child's friend for life.
Now he has to go home.
Inspire your child to believe that little people, like little engines, can do big things. The Thomas Wooden Railway, available at specialty retailers everywhere.
All aboard for excitement with everyone's #1 train, Thomas the Tank Engine. This delightful collection of award-winning videos and DVDs takes you on a magical journey around the island of Sodor. It's an enchanting world where life is never boring and fun lies around every bend. Now you can be part of the adventure with Thomas and all his railway friends. There's cheerful Percy, James in his splendid red coat, the proud and strong Gordon, and the ever-faithful Toby. And don't forget the superintendent of the railroad, Sir Topham Hatt, who makes sure everything keeps right on schedule. Each release contains a variety of fun-filled stories that teach the values of friendship, working together, and the importance of trust and honesty. Every journey is one you'll want to watch again and again. In addition, kids will enjoy a whole new experience as they discover all the magic and joy of Thomas on DVD.
Hello, my name is Sir Topham Hatt. Thomas and his friends welcome you to the island of Sodor.
Travel with your tour guides, Thomas and Sir Topham Hatt, as they navigate you through the island of Sodor to exciting places like the Thomas and Friends Character Gallery, the Read-Along Story Depot, Sing-Along Station, and the Fun and Games Shed, where you can play several exclusive games with your engine friends. So bring the fun out of the roundhouse and into your house. Add all of these titles to your Thomas collection today.
Thomas the Tank Engine was ill. Workmen had tried to make him better, but it was no use.
Edward must take you to the works,
said Sir Topham Hatt. Thomas felt very miserable. Then Sir Topham Hatt spoke to Duck.
I want you to help Percy and Toby while Thomas is away.
Duck was delighted. He already knew Percy and soon made friends with Toby and Bertie. Terence the tractor gave him a big welcome, too.
Take care of Thomas's coaches, he advised. He's sure to miss them while he's away.
Duck was very gentle with the coaches. Annie and Clarabelle were impressed. Such nice manners, they told each other. It really is a pleasure to go out with him. When Thomas came back, Annie and Clarabelle told him how well Duck had managed. Thomas was so pleased to be home that he soon forgot to be jealous. The works had left Thomas's handbrake very stiff. It made his brakes seem as if they were on, when in fact they were not. As a result, he and his coaches often overran the platform. Thomas found this most embarrassing. Gradually, his driver and firemen learned to be extra careful. But one day, Thomas's fireman was ill, and a relief man took his place. The fireman had fastened the coupling and joined the driver and station master on the platform to wait for Henry's passengers. The fireman had forgotten all about Thomas's handbrake. Thomas simmered happily. Not long now, he thought, as he saw Henry slowly approaching. But Thomas's brakes were not on. And suddenly, he felt his wheels begin to move. He tried to stop, but he couldn't, without his driver and fireman. He tried to whistle a warning, but he couldn't do that either. The conductor, driver, fireman, and passengers were all stranded on the platform. "Stop! Stop!" shrieked Annie and Clarabelle. But Thomas, with plenty of steam, kept on going. The alarm went down the line. "Stop the runaway!" There, ready for action, was Harold the helicopter. The inspector had made a plan, and together they took off into the sky. At last, Thomas was tiring. "I need to stop! I need to stop!" he panted wearily. As they neared the next station, Thomas saw Harold land. They entered the platform slowly enough for the inspector to act. Judging his moment, the inspector scrambled into the cab and screwed the brakes on. At last, Thomas stopped. Both he and the inspector were very relieved. Then they thanked Harold.
"Think nothing of it. Glad to be of service, any time."
"Thomas," remarked the inspector, "we must never let this happen again." Wearily, Thomas agreed with him.
On starry nights when the moon is full and the air still, you can hear the sounds of faraway ships and distant laughter. They echo over the hills and through the valley, down calm canals and sleepy inlets. Every engine knows that these are the sounds that say the harbor is hard at work at the big station by the sea. One night, a special load of fish was ordered. Sir Topham Hatt decided that extra vans must be added to the train that the men call the Flying Kipper. The only vans available were old ones. They had not been used for a long time. Henry waited impatiently by the quayside as Duck shunted them into position. Thomas puffed by with the mail train. "Hello, Duck. Going fishing? I'd take care if I were you." "Why?" huffed Duck. "Well, for one thing," puffed Thomas, remembering his own experience, "if fish get into an engine's boiler, they always cause trouble. And for another, fish can be awfully smelly. And I know what I'm talking about. Good night." Henry grunted dreadfully. You'll just have to put up with it, Henry, said his driver. At least the extra load will mean you can have another engine help us up Gordon's Hill.